together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
The views and opinions expressed on Trudging Together are solely those of the host, co-host, and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views of any organization, fellowship, or other entity, and definitely not your boss, your neighbor, or that one guy in your home group. The content of this program is not intended to replace medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're looking for that, please seek guidance from qualified professionals who spent way too many years in school. What you'll hear here is based on lived experience, recovery journeys, and the occasional bad coffee-fueled joke. Trudging Together is not affiliated with any 12-step fellowship. We are simply people sharing our stories and walking this path together, one day at a time. Thank you for joining us, and remember, recovery is serious business, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh along the way.
Hello, hello. So, hope you're having a good Thanksgiving. So it's not going to be too long, right? But it's day talking. It's time to talk about gratitude. I don't even really expect anybody to show up. So, not only that, but I was just told the Chiefs were playing. I thought they were playing later. Amber, you didn't need to show up. Thank you. Thanks. I said it's not gonna be too long. I was just told the turkey's gonna take 45 more minutes, and I'm like, Chiefs are up 7-0, so it's a 2:00 game. That means we are in the second quarter, most likely. Maybe even be getting to halftime. Another half hour. I don't say this often. Go Cowboys. Oh, I tell you right now. I will tell you right now, though, if the Chiefs weren't the Broncos' rival, I would go for the Chiefs just because Jay Amber is my friend. I would cheer for the Chiefs. So, we're gonna just talk about what gratitude is. Not gonna be too. This isn't gonna be too awfully long. We got things to do now that I know the game is on. I kind of need to go. Kind of want to put it on. Were they at least nice enough to put it on Paramount for us, or am I probably gonna have to pull out my my rabbit ears? Now I want to go watch the game. I didn't know it was on. I'm grateful I get to do these things today. Let's get into it. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Welcome to Daily Trudge. Dion, host, stuff. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Maybe I'll go upstairs and make them put the game on up there. I think I'm the only one that watches football, though. My first wife is here too, and ex-wife, clearly. She was a Raiders fan, but she was only a Raiders fan because her mom was. She doesn't watch football. So, all right. Yeah, I'd put on a Bronco jersey going up there. Because I think most of them are Raiders fans. All right. I'm grateful that I can allow Raider fans in my house now. It's going pretty well. I even sat down, just shot the shit with some people, Not used to that. But I have a lot of stories, and I ended up telling stories, a couple stories to Nana of stuff I used to do when I was a kid. I have one niece up there. She's kind of a little shit. She's 29 now. Actually, I think she's a little bit older than that. And she was kind of being a smart ass with her mom and calling her old. And I'm like, excuse me, man. Well, calm down there. Yeah. She started to give me shit. I said, did you forget how your Uncle Dion is? Did you forget how much of a smart ass I am? Let's do it. All right. Gratitude versus being grateful is kind of what we're going to talk about. Most people think gratitude and being grateful are interchangeable, and that's not my belief. I believe, and I'm certainly not here to put down a gratitude list or anything. There's times and places for all those. I think starting your day out with a gratitude list, especially new in recovery, I think it's a fantastic idea. Get your mind set for the day, have a better attitude. Yeah, absolutely do them. Especially on days like this, colors all the way up. That looks stupid, doesn't it? Yes, it does. All right. All right. In recover, understanding the difference matters because one keeps us sober and the other one feels good for the moment. Okay. Where a gratitude list is kind of for the moment. Being grateful, gratitude, right? Then there's the gratitude that you get for doing a good job. There's that also, right? So being grateful, it's an emotion, it's a feeling, and it's good. It's a reaction to something good. Problem is, it's temporary. It can come and go throughout the day, and I prefer something more sustainable. Like today, I got news that a couple people that I helped out a few weeks ago, they're still there. They're enjoying one of their first Thanksgiving sober. They're having a good time. They're out there helping the homeless. And I got a lot of gratitude because I helped get them there. I don't need to take credit for it. See, I can either have the credit or the gratitude in this one. I'd rather have the gratitude. I don't need to take credit for anything. They did the work. All I did was drive somewhere. I made a couple of suggestions, drove somewhere. I didn't really put that much effort into it. Um, aside from all the effort I had to put into myself to become that person, right? So an example would be like, I'm grateful for my coffee. I'm grateful my boss wasn't in today, etc. And the characteristics around it are emotional and they're situational, right? So it's kind of a situational thing. Flickers in and out. It's easy to lose when life gets hard. So a reminder that not everything sucks, but it's good, but not enough to maintain a spiritual condition, right? So gratitude lists are kind of temporary, but they're a great way to get things started, like having an attitude of gratitude. Today, an attitude of gratitude would be good because maybe you're having a hard day, but maybe you need to be grateful for the fact that you even get to participate. Remember, these people are the same people that had to put up with our shenanigans for years, right? Now we have gratitude as an action. And what is that? It is a way of living, it's a way of life, it's a concept. No, it's more than a concept, it's a way of life, right? It's a practice, it's a discipline, something we get even if we don't feel grateful, right? What else does it, right? So I'm gonna take this with resting on our laurels because as alcoholics, we need to have a success each day. It doesn't need to be huge. Your success could be you made it to a meeting and shared. Doesn't need to be huge. Yeah, absolutely. That's a success in your day. But we need to have these every day, and they need to be consistent. Right? It shows up in how we treat others, shows up in service work, shows up in being accountable and honest, and it's what makes the steps work. Right? Right? You ever thought, oh man, I don't want to go to a meeting because you were kind of had a piss poor attitude. Then you go to a meeting, you're like, man, I'm really glad I did that. Gratitude. That's gratitude. And that feeling, that part right there can keep you going the rest of the day, which is a good thing in this case, is it not? Yeah. So, where does it help in recovering? Well, it keeps ego down, it connects us to God, it restores perspective, and it protects your emotional sobriety. And what is your emotional sobriety? The guy, let's say you wake up, you did a gratitude list, you're grateful for these things or whatever, or you went to a meeting before you went work, and somebody cuts you off in traffic. You're like, I hope they have a better day. Where if you wouldn't have gone to that meeting, you would have hunt that person down, thinking you need to provide justice. I go through that. I want to chase them down and be like, who do you think you are? Like, who the fuck are you? What happened? They probably don't even know they cut me off. Connection. A grateful alcoholic doesn't drink. All right. And why is that? Because in step 10, it says we have ceased fighting and that we have entered the world of the spirit. So gratitude is living in that world, living in the world of the spirit. But there's a requirement to that. You got to quit fighting. I cannot be fighting and be in gratitude. What about step 11? The conscious contact. That conscious contact is a gratitude that brings us back to God or your higher power. All right. And then it's listed in the promises too. We will see how our experience can benefit others. And that's gratitude turning pain into purpose. Yes, we are a pain into purpose people. Pain into purpose people. That's what I say. One eye, one horn, flying purple people leader. So, how do you practice it? Do one act of service daily. Pray when you don't want to. Thank God for the problem, not the solution. Tell someone else you appreciate them. Focus on what's left, not what's lost. Share honestly and help the next person. So, in closing, being grateful is a feeling. Gratitude is a behavior. Feelings come and go, but gratitude keeps us sober. So, do things today that create the dividend of gratitude, and your life will change. It'll change. All right. Thank you for hanging out with me. This is a much shorter daily trudge. Usually by the 12-minute mark, we're just getting started. So, thank you everybody for being here. I hope you eat well. If you go to Grassroots, we need a chairperson today. Hey, A as such ought not be organized. There you go. All right. Thank you, everybody. I love you. You know I do. Peace out. And keep on trudging.